Alright guys, so welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video, and let's go, Jiren is finally here. Yes, that's right, Jiren is finally here, and we know that because if you go to DBZ Space, if we go to schedule, he is already in the data for Global. He's going to be dropping on the 17th at 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is absolutely amazing for us global players, because again, this just means more content for us, because again, let's go on over to Jiren and let's see what type of content he'll be bringing. So first of all, biggest thing is EZA. Yes, we are finally going to be getting the EZA for God Topo and super light speed hyper dispo thing, you know, whatever he calls this form, because again, it's like super weird. I think it's like hyper, like light speed dispo, something like that. And then we're also going to be getting a new story event where we can farm up this free-to-play casserole, and then he Dokkan awakens into a casserole and Pride Troopers unit. Of course, this would have come, you know, in December after the Kaioken Goku and the Evolution Blue Vegeta. Unfortunately, it did not. So we already have the EZA for the Spirit Bomb Goku. I mean, we could get an explosive chain battle, but again, we already got one, so it doesn't seem very likely that we will be getting another. But again, EZA story event, you know, new awakening, new banner. I think this is more than enough content. So let's hop in. Let's talk about our boy Jiren. Now, Jiren could easily be argued to be one of the best units in the game. Personally, again, I would never you know, fight someone on why he isn't, because again, he is just an absolute powerhouse. He leads Universal 11 3 key 170% to all stats, and then Universal Survival Saga 3 key 150% to stats. And then on his 12 and 18 key super attack, he basically just lowers defense, but on his 18 key, he does have a medium chance of stunning. Again, he might not have the most significant super attack effects, but that's because he has 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then you pair that up with his LR stats. I mean, 11k defense just at 55%, 18k attack, and then you slap on 200% on both of these. Jiren's going to be close to easily 200k defense right off the bat. That's without support as well. You know, you throw in God Topo on there and Jiren is not taking damage. So he gets 1 key with each attack received up to 5, which is really, really good, because then this works along with his active skill. And then he's super effective against all types when target is in attack down or defensive down status, which again, God Topo with his EZA passively lowers their defense, I believe. So again, you want to run God Topo with this Jiren. And then performs a critical hit when the target enemy is stunned. So again, this also works with him, which is what I love about Jiren, is that everything that he does works together. You stun him, he crits. Obviously, Jiren might kill them before, you know, you can actually see that happen, because, you know, Jiren usually tends to clear the field and kill every single opponent he fights, rather than, you know, them actually be able to do anything back to him. Okay, so I don't know why they're not showing Jiren here, you know, Jiren's artwork. I hope my internet could maybe be a little bit better. But, again, that's Jiren. Oh, I forgot to talk about his active skill. Now, his active skill is absolutely busted. He gets an extra 30% attack and defense, so because it's an active skill, this is going to factor in separately, so his defense is going to skyrocket and his attack is going to jump up ludicrously. And then he lowers enemies' attack and defense by 30% and stuns all enemies. So when Jiren super attacks and he hits them with like probably like an 8 million, 10 million attack stat, he's going to crit, because again, they're all stunned for one turn. And then again, like I said, this works with his key passive. He has to get hit 5 times, which I know for many people this seems like not a horrible condition, you know, just to get hit 5 times, which it's not by any means, but the issue comes in that Jiren is so strong, he kills everything so quickly that you never get to see it. And I know many people are saying, well, you know, that's what the truth said, which is true. And honestly, I trust and take the word of my man, the truth, because, you know, he uses this guy a lot. And if he says that you never see it, well, I mean, I guess you never see it, but to be fair, he does have him rainbowed, so I think for the average player, you would most likely be able to see this active skill. Probably not in Dokkan events, just because, again, good Dokkan events go down so easily. I mean, unless you get lucky and all the super attacks are in, like, the first slot, and you just put Jiren there, you could probably see it, but usually I would say this is more than likely going to be something you use in, like, Super Battle Road, is what I would say, and is going to be super useful, because, again, he's gonna be passively lowering their attack and defense. He's gonna give himself extra attack and defense, and then he's gonna stun them. So again, this Jiren is an absolute beast. And now the banner unit that releases next to this Jiren is a Topo and Pride Troopers unit. It has Dispo and a Casserole. I remember this Dragon Ball Super episode when they were, I believe it is when they were going to try to get Jiren. They like stopped by a planet that Dispo was fighting this tentacle monster or something, and Casserole and Topo decide to drop in and help Dispo out. And then that's when they go and they try to get Jiren to get into the Tournament of Power and all that. So they lead Universe 11 and Special Pose, 3 key, 120% to all stats. Their super attack Justice Formation causes supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. So a rather decent super attack effect. If they maybe raise defense, that would be a little bit better. Just because, again, that would be more beneficial for something like Super Battle Road. But again, at that point, I'm just, nitpicking. Light to Smite Evil. So they get 110% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then they get another 110% attack and defense at the start of turn. When there are 3 more Universe 11 category allies on the team. Guards against all attacks when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. And then Universe 11 category allies 3 key and 30% to attack and defense. So, again, this is another unit that is extremely good. Again, basically, you want to run these guys on Universe 11 is basically what you get from his passive. But even without it, 110% attack and defense is not bad. Considering their stats, that should put them at around maybe... I mean, they would be over 100k defense for sure. But again, you put them on a Universe 11 team and they're going to have Guard, they're going to have 220% attack and defense, and they're going to be giving them 3 key and 30% attack. So, again, I mean, in terms of key, this team does not struggle. Because again, you got Topo, who's also going to be supporting. You got Jiren, who gets it from his passive. Dispo, I don't think struggles for key all that much. Again, I haven't really used Dispo all that much, but I think that he's not a unit that really struggles for key. I think he gets key from his passive as well, but I could be mistaken on that. So again, really good unit. I mean, if you don't pull Jiren and you pull this guy is still really good. And you can run them alongside Casserole and then the SSR Casserole and then the TUR Casserole and Pride Troopers. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure most of us have Topo, God Topo, and then Super Hyper Light Speed Dispo. So again, very, very good unit. And what I really love about this unit is that they are a buff to the Join Forces Special Pose. And then, of course, we don't have Space Traveling Warriors yet. That team comes out with Bojack. And now let's talk about our boy God Topo. Alright, so again, before God Topo got an easy A, God Topo was a decent unit. Again, he wasn't anything crazy, but again, what was really crazy was his support type ability, which is all allies attack and defense was 35%. But other than that, God Topo really wasn't all that amazing, but after his easy A, he really is something special. Of course, leader skill is nothing important for this guy, it's all in his passive. So he finally gets 70% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is really good with easy A stats. He gives all allies 1 key, 40% attack and defense, which is extremely good. Because again, I mean, especially on these teams, let's talk about Realm of Gods. Some units might struggle for key if they don't have things like Over in a Flash or Shocking Speed. Well, guess what? God Topo is going to be giving them that extra key to help them, help buff the team, help it keep it more cohesive. And then he reduces all enemies' defense by 70%, like I said, which is who you want to run with Jiren, because again, he's going to be passively doing it. And in every single event in the game, they let you lower defense. I think except for Int UI Goku and the Legendary Goku event, I think is the only boss that neither lets you lower defense, because all the other bosses let you do that. I mean, I might be wrong. He might have allowed his defense to be lowered, but I think he's the only one that doesn't. And then he also reduces damage by 40% when HP is 70% or less. So again, with this active, along with the 70% attacking defense at the start of turn, you know, you factor in his stats as well, he's not even going to be taking damage in Super Battle Road. And then of course, you go down to his categories. He's going to be buffing Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, which didn't need it. Final Trump card, which didn't need it. Special Pose, which is actually pretty good, because again, Special Pose is so small, it actually really does need the help. Universe 11, just because again, it's a really small category right now, it could use the help. And then of course, when we get Bojack Space Traveling Warriors, which again is an amazing category that does not need any more help. And now let's talk about our boy Dispo. Alright, so it's on, so Super Speed Mode. Never mind, I don't know where I got Hyper and Light and all that from. So he actually has a pretty good Dokkan Battlefield passive. 3 key, 100% to stats. Pretty good. Causes supreme damage and raises attacking defense by 50% for 6 turns. Now that is super important. The whole raising attacking defense by 50%, basically what he does is he greatly raises his stats by 50% for 6 turns. Is basically what they gave him, which is super good. Because again, you factor in easy A stats, and things quickly begin to escalate. So he gets 20% attack and a chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, plus 20% up to 60% at the start of turn. Now this is the one issue where Dispo is a little bit shafted. The issue here is obviously that he has to stack up, which for his case is 6 turns pass by, not 6, 3 turns have to pass by, where he then gets his 20% to 20% chance to dodge, 40%, 60%. And again, the issue with this being is Dispo is basically an infinite stacking unit with his attack. He infinitely stacks his attack, there's no cap on it. So basically Dispo's just going to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And I think this is the biggest issue for most players and why they really don't use him. Again, I'm not trying to speak for everyone. I don't know if you're, you know, a JP player and still use him. But again, I think because they still kept this whole thing with Dispo where he just gets more attack each turn, instead of, you know, just giving him, you know, 100% attacking defense at the start of turn, and then just made it so that he gets, you know, 60% chance to dodge, you know, right off the bat, and then keep the second part of his passive where he gets an additional 20% attack within the same turn after evading an attack. I think he would have been much better, because again, you factor in that with he raises attack and defense by 50% for 6 turns. I think he would have been much better, but again, he is not bad by any means. I don't want to have this come off as me slandering him. You know, Dispo's not bad. He's an amazing unit as well. It just, from his, you know, passive alone, it just looks like he's not going to be that impressive. But again, he actually really is pretty impressive. And again, his categories: Universal Survival Saga, Special Pose, huge buff to that, Universe 11, and then of course Space Traveling Warriors. And now let's talk about Casserole and Pride Trooper. So this is going to be the new free-to-play unit that we can grind in the new story event. So this is a, of course, Pride Troopers unit. These are all the guys that fought, you know, like Kale and Caulifla. They fought Android 18 and 17. You know, 17 fought Casserole himself. I think 18 fought this lady. And then, of course, they're missing quite a bit of units here, because there's still a couple of other Pride Troopers that they're missing, now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, they lead Superclass 3 key, 40% to stats. Realistically, based off of that leader skill, they could get an easy A. I don't expect it to come anytime soon, because again, they're still really good without an easy A. On super attack, they raise defense, again, super good. Passive, they get 80% attack and defense plus an additional 40% attack and defense when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. Universe 11 category allies 1 key 30% to attack and defense. So again, this passive is super good. Again, it does restrict them a bit to the Universe 11 team, but again, that is necessarily where you want to be running these guys, just because again, they're going to be sharing lots of links with them, such as, you know, Hero of Justice and Signature Pose, and then Tournament Power as well. I'm not so sure about Cold Judgment. They could share Cold Judgment, maybe with like Topo, but if the SSR has it, which we'll take a look at right here, I would actually consider grinding up the SSR as well. Okay, so the SSR is just Casserole, which is again the reason why I would recommend maybe farming this guy up. Okay, so he only causes supreme damage to the enemy, so he doesn't raise defense, which is unfortunate. He gets 50% attack and defense plus an additional 30% attack and defense when there's another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn. And then Universe 11 category allies 20% attack and defense. So he does have Cold Judgment, which is going to be a really good link, because again, that's 20% defense. He's going to have Brainiacs, so 10% attack and defense. Okay, so I would actually recommend farming up this guy up, because he's actually going to be pretty decent. Because again, even though it looks like, you know, he is an SSR, he's not going to have really good defense. Again, if you put him next to his TUR, they're going to get 10% defense from Brainiacs, 20% from Cold Judgment. They're going to be getting, where is it? Tournament. I think that's it. Yeah, okay, so that's it. I mean, obviously, you'd have to maybe link level them up a bit in order to see, you know, greater defensive stats for them. But again, this is still just a really good SSR, actually, because again, they're also going to be supporting themselves and their rotation. So that's going to be really, really good. And like I said before, they're right here. They're in the data, scheduled to release on the 17th, 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And just on a little side note, for us over here in Dragon Ball Legends, we're going to be getting the Zenkai Awakening for Android 21, which I actually still need a 14-star this girl. When she came out, I did not 14-star her. Biggest mistake of my life. When she comes out, I'm going to be wasting so much energy and so many skip tickets. So again, don't make the mistake I did. Get this girl 14-star Zenkai Awakened. She's actually super, super good. Even without her Zenkai, I've actually used her, not in PvP because I suck in PvP, but she's still a really, really good unit. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. You guys can tell me down below what you guys think about Jiren finally coming to Global. Again, I just want to say I called it. I'm going to take all the credit in the world. I called it. No one will know. I called it. Yeah. That's basically it. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.